Welcome to Smoky Mountain Tacos. Today we're going to do this. First thing we want to do is we want to take a flat-headed screwdriver, and there is a notch on the side here. You just stick it in, twist it, then we can insert this side, twist it again, and that will easily just come off. The next step is to squeeze these two clips in here together, and that will pull out. And then squeeze this, and that will pull out. Take this clip and put it right back in, let it snap in. That way when you're done, you can just stick it right back in, no problems. And you haven't lost the clip. Then we do the same thing for the other side. Okay, we're going to disconnect the battery. Toggle this off, and then just place it down here where it catches and the battery is disconnected. Okay, so now you want to take your trim removal tool and pull down. And you want to make sure that you don't pull down too far, because you will get a crease in this if you're not careful. And there's going to be two bolts back here that's mounting the third brake light to the truck. So it would be helpful if you had another person in here holding this down, but if you don't, you can use a bungee cord. So put it on the edge like that, pull it around, and tie it to one of the front headrests. To take out the bolts on the OEM third brake light here, you're going to need a 10mm deep socket set up just like this. And you can use your finger to go back in there and guide it onto the bolt. And then once you're in there, you can use it exactly in this configuration with no extension and get it off very easily. Next, you want to take your trim removal tool and pry in behind this weather stripping that's around the brake light, and just go around it all the way with the pry tool, all the way around, and it'll come right off. So, and we got to be careful with this because we don't want to scratch the paint, but we're going to put this in behind the tail light here, and then we're going to just pry it off. I said, just be patient. Don't get in a rush, because the last thing you want to do is scratch up your paint. Almost got it. There we go. And it pops right out. So you can see that's where the bolt was coming through. It was coming through that hole. And that's why it was a little difficult getting those bolts off. So the next thing is we just unclip this right here, and it's removed. Now, one thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get that Goo Gone and get all of this adhesive off, so it's nice, fresh, clean, and we can start from scratch. So let's take a look at the differences here. So this is the new third brake light, and this is the OEM one. You can see here that the bolts are longer on the OEM, and it's 10 millimeter, and these are shorter, and it's 8 millimeter. So that's the main differences that I can see as far as the back goes here, in preventing leaks. So we're going to put this clear adhesive sealant from Permatex around the edges of the tail light here. So on the third tail light, there is a switch on here that by default is turned on, and it's for a Formula One style braking system, where it'll flash 5 times and then apply the brake LED. This one, if you don't want it on, just turn it off. But since this is a TRD Sport, I'm going to leave it on. That's where you're going to take our 8 millimeter deep socket maybe with an extension, we'll see. And we're going to put on the new bolts. Now these are different than the ones you took off. The OEM ones are 10, these are 8. And we are going to plug it in right here. Go ahead and push that on and seal it, making sure that that Permatex sealant takes hold. That's where you're going to take our 8 millimeter deep socket maybe with an extension, we'll see. And we're going to put on the new bolts. Now these are different than the ones you took off. The OEM ones are 10, these are 8. I'd recommend a magnetic deep socket, but if you don't have one, you can use a piece of paper to as a little hack to place the bolt into. We're going to take some of this Permatex sealant, and we are going to line the inside of this trim. So the Permatex will take 24 hours for it to totally cure, and it'll take longer under cold weather. So I would not recommend getting this out until it's fully cured. So now let's see what this looks like.